Bonjour Anishinaabe. Welcome to Red Mic Podcast.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Bonjour Anishinaabe. This is Red Mic Podcast. I'm your host, Thomas X. Right now, I wanted to talk about when I really learned about the 7 grandfather teachings. So the 7 grandfather teachings are 7 values that are gifted from the Creator, and they're part of Ojibwe culture. And I think they might be a part of other Algonquian cultures. And I mean, it's like the 7 teachings are, could be used for any group of people, any culture could benefit from these teachings. Respect, love, truth, honesty, humility, wisdom, courage. Those 7 values right there. I learned about them. I mean, growing up, I learned, I heard them, seen like the posters, but I really learned about them. I was in my early 20s, and I was at a drug and gang summit. It was like a little conference going on in Red Lake, and one of the presenters was older man named Gitchi Maingan, which means great wolf. His English name was Larry Stillday, and he was giving a presentation about the 7 teachings, and I was really impressed by the way he was able to present Ojibwe culture, because there's like this, it's challenging for, the younger generation to be, it's challenging for people who know Ojibwe culture and language to teach it to the younger generation. I don't have the exact answer. I just know it's challenging, maybe because, their peers and everything they see in society is not Ojibwe culture and language. So it's tough for them to take in something that seems foreign to them. But that's a whole nother can of worms. He was giving a presentation. He was talking about what each teaching meant. Each teaching has its own animal, its own story, why the Creator gifted it to us. And on a personal note, during this time when I was sitting in on this presentation, I was in a early stage of my recovery from drug abuse. I was trying to live a more healthy, clean life. And so, yeah, he was presenting the 7 teachings. And after that, I made it the point to learn more about them, to learn, the animals behind those teachings, what the teachings mean. And, it's not like I became like, the perfect Anishinaabe Ojibwe man after that. And this is all about the 7 teachings. I mean, I feel like I'll be trying to be the best person I can for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life, I'll try to do my best to follow the 7 teachings. But at the end of his presentation, he said a statement that was so powerful, and it's such a simple statement, and I really appreciated it. And it was like, for lack of a better term, it was like an epiphany moment. It was mind blowing to me. And the statement he said was, and this is how he concluded his presentation. He said, "The medicine is already inside of you. The medicine is inside of you." And what Gitchi Maingan meant by that was that we, as human beings, we are already equipped with the tools we need to overcome any hardships, any trials and tribulations, any obstacles in life. No matter how or when we get knocked down or whatever hardships we go through in life, we have the tools inside of us, in our spirit, in our mental, and in our capabilities to get over the obstacles put in front of us. And that meant a lot to me, because obviously I was in my early days of recovery from addiction, and I had just learned some important knowledge about Ojibwe culture. So for him to conclude that presentation with that statement, it was crucial for me, and it meant so much. He said the medicine is inside of you, because it made me feel like, I don't necessarily have to seek all these things out there in the world to truly heal. That, don't get me wrong. Seeking help, things like therapy and treatment and ceremonies and turning to your culture and turning to others for help and types of Western medicines, medicinal medicines, Ojibwe medicines, those things do help. But I think people feel like, like they can't do it themselves and they need all these things to help them do it. But, you have the medicine inside of you to overcome it. And, part of that medicine is you reaching out for that help. So it's really important to reach out for help. But more importantly, the purpose behind this little segment for my podcast is just to make the point that we're strong enough to get through things. And there's going to be times where we feel weak, and we are weak. There's going to be times where we fall down and we're sad. That's part of the process. You could feel those feelings, and you'll get over it. So, miigwech to get you maingan for those words and all the knowledge and culture that he left behind for us in the Red Lake community, and just the whole area, the region that he was a part of. So, I just wanted to share that story. So one more time, the medicine is inside of you. You are strong enough. Miigwech get you maingan. Thanks for listening. I don't mean to be too sacred. Just was sitting here with my podcast gear and thought I'd share that. So, peace out, guys.
Gigawabamen, miigwech for tuning in to Red Mike Podcast.
This is Red Mike Podcast.